road. Honda, go vroom vroom. Alright, ladies and gents, the engine is ready. Yes, that's our Ford 302, fully rebuilt, fully sealed up, ready to go. Should be fired up in 2 days. Stay tuned. Vroom vroom. Hello guys, welcome today. Not very often I come into U-Pullets for parts, but if I find anything cool, I'll be sure to show you guys what's rotting away in this junkyard. Stay tuned, maybe you'll find something good. Right here, we're looking for a 5-floor train valve cover. Alright, a little update of where I was. All the pistons are out. We got the crank exposed. Get ready to clean this bad girl. Here's all our parts. That's all the parts that move inside your small block Ford 302, minus the crankshaft and the camshaft. But really very simple engines. Now it's time to get the crank out and clean this bad girl thoroughly and then put it back together. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, customer states, here's clunking noise. What I find. The clunking noise is our body mount. This thing is moving. I can see daylight down there too. See? I'm wondering if we have rot. I think we have rot, guys. Oh no. There's a little information for anybody. If you own a 1980s to early 2000s Toyotas, you gotta watch for stuff on your frame, and I'm gonna tell you why. So from the factory here, Toyota really loves to put the AC heat exchanger drip hose right onto your frame. It causes a hole here, water gets in here, and it rots out everything back here. So the story is, divert that hose and fix your frame before you snap it. Alright guys, this is her done. Just got the engine back in time properly. I think we set her at about 14 advanced, which 12 to 14 I hear is best for these. This thing loves 14. Got about 80 hours into this project now. Hood's back on. Car's looking clean, man. She's ready for the road. This thing's been a nightmare. It started with a C's motor. The engine that I took out of here had a bent rod number 4, which is that connecting rod hanging out right there. And with our old block. But yeah, that's what caused us to rebuild a whole nother engine. That was bad that we got too. Had bad bearings. Welcome back to Jerry Rigged Engines on the Porsche update. Yep. Yay! It actually wasn't bad to take out. You got 12 bolts, 6 on each side for the CV shafts. You got 2 bolts for your coupler here. There's one there and one in the back. There's an access hole. Where is it? One here for this bolt. That is at the front of the shaft. So there's a hole there, and then you got one on the torque tube access hole right there to get there. Then you have 4 bolts to hold the trains. 10mm Allen, 17mm, and then you got 2 17s that hold them out to the car, and then a jack. Oh yeah, you got your shift linkage, which is this small little bolt here. Neck engine performance. We got ourselves a Honda R18, new pistons, new bearings. Actually, it was pretty nice job here. We didn't find nothing too wrong with this bad girl. Honestly, I don't even think we needed to do all this, but we did a quick hone job. As you can see, we got our S45 crosshatch in there now. And a little bit of carbon scoring vertically. These old rings for the old pistons were, the oil control ring was very, very plugged up. The head looked like it was a 150,000 mile head. And then I realized that we have this plug here. So if you guys have a 2006 to 2008, in some cases the 09 R18 Z1s and A1s, your block would crack here. So they revised it and put this stupid thing here. Well, boss man, that's your problem with the shaking. This upper ball joint is bad. There's your issue. Ladies and gentlemen, after a year of this thing done, I got her finally officially in time. No ticks, no clicks, no knocks, no nothing. Sounds beautiful. No misfires. Stable runner. Today we learned why you never buy, never start. Stay away from Walmart batteries, people. No life. Customer states, I had my engine rebuilt and now it's misfiring. I installed my intake myself. Find a vacuum leak. I should have known better than letting him put this on there. But, let me just tell you what he did. Well, I think we found the misfire. Heck, man. Okay, you see everything new every day. And as you can tell, I was trying to find a vacuum leak, and the distributor moved, and it backfired through the intake, and yeah. All because of that crack, man. Sheesh. What he was about to go try and rebuild or put turbo to a 1.8 liter R18 A1 engine. Rods, man, just spend the money, get new rod bearings, main bearings, and get new rods, slap it back together with new pistons and rings. Get a good hone. If your cylinder walls are good, slap that turbo in there, get about 250 reliable. Well, YouTube, it's not every day I can come over here and tell you that that strut doesn't want to come out. The mounting plate, which is under here, and your studs come up in here. Well, if you see right here, there's this metal thing, or the actual top of the shock, gas, whatever. There's a lip here, and the shock slides in. This thing has formed so much rust. It has practically welded itself into the strut tower, and I've been smacking this for 3 hours. Stay tuned for part 2 of how I get this out, because right now I'm exhausting all my resources here. Like, this is not fun. I know what's wrong with it. They ain't got no gas in it. These nitty-gritty details that are lacking online. Other than that, this thing is actually a pretty easy engine. I've been at it for about an hour now, so I'm assuming this should take about 2-3 hours of a job. Next things that we're doing to this thing too is entire rear end, suspension, subframe, control arms, you name it, we got it all. So, this job's not that hard, guys. You could probably, if you have a basic set of tools, you could do this at home. You don't need any specialty tools to mess with this. Obviously, I'm not fucking with the cam phasers because, no. Unless the procedure tells me I have to lock it in, I'm not going to touch them. Other than that, somebody's kept up on their oil on this thing. Because, I mean, she's really clean. So, keep up on your oils, guy.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight temper, right under your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that body you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't gotta count. Silly on silent, but the product, they depend a lot. That's how you make the money.
Guys, here we go. The fun begins. 3.5 liter Nissan timing chain. I'm gonna try my best to do a how-to on this 06 Ultima, even though there's billions of videos out there. But day in the life of me and taking on some of the worst jobs I could take on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll keep making videos of this. So have fun. Well, guys, I feel bad for anybody who has to do a Nissan Ultimate timing chain with a V6 because you gotta take the whole cowl off. You gotta take your wipers off. You gotta take the hood off. There's all the miscellaneous parts that have to come out to do this timing chain. The intake's got to come off, the valve cover's got to come off, all the shit down here got to come off, the motor mount's got to come off, the airbox got to come out. Like, I feel bad for anybody that really has to do this. I'm putting a lot of my bolts back in place, so this doesn't look like a lot of bolts came out of here, but so far, probably taken out about 40 bolts, 50 bolts. We're still nowhere near this part. Yep. The life of fixing the hard stuff. I like a challenge. Yay! I can touch the rear valve cover. Yay! 4 hours to get to this part. Yay! Hey Austin, here's something I want to just point out I just noticed. You see how your battery's bubbled out? Look at that. It's a swollen battery. Look on this side. You see how it's like bulging? This battery is getting hot and it's swelling. So I can warn you, if your car fails to start one day or something, you're gonna need a new battery soon. So we're not doing it now, but just mental note for you, bro. New battery. All right, so here's the infamous timing chain failure. That piston should be there, but it's there. The guide has broken. Why am I not surprised? There you guys have it. Reason why we're taking this thing apart. Well, I got it out, so yeah. Touch your Austin. You owe me money. You owe me money. There's a new water pump. There's a new chain tensioner. There's new chain. There's new tensioner and guide. Glued together forever. Good news is, we are in time. Our chain is sitting where it should. And the engine will run. I have fixed the problem. You're welcome, bro. Oh, well, Austin, old pal, she's all sealed up. I'm just dealing with everything right here. This will be easy to put the top of the motor together, and that's just all the parts I got to put on at this point. The hard part is done. Engine is now back together, brother. I'll try and get it done today. Hopefully I got like 3 or 4 more hours in this. I'm gonna keep fucking with it until I can, bro. And I'm tired, so got you. And for all you people on YouTube that are checking out my shorts, I do this kind of stupid crap every day. I'm probably one of the few retarded humans to do this engine in this car, but you know. Come together. Wheels are getting on. Top end of the motor is finally sealed up and ready to roll. Technically it'll run if I hook up that jumble of wires to that module up there. But for the most part I got like 20 to 15 bolts, some hoses, prime, coolant system, put oil in it, put a filter on it down there, crank pulley, you know, a few other parts, but generally speaking, we are almost done with this. If you have a VQ35 DE engine in your cars, I promise you right now, I hate these engines. They're not even that bad of an engine. It is that it's pretty obvious that it's purposely sabotaged to not be reliable and make it impossible to even fix it. It's alive! There you go, Austin. Austin, it's all about ready to go for a hood and come to you. This is how you know it's Brown certified, guys.
Just want to take a quick little video and show y'all how wonderful our government is. This is a brand new 6.7 Power Strip 2022 on the cassette, going out for shipment. This is a non-emission, no DPF, a Super Duty, brand new 2022. They make them, but we can't have them.
Obama started Cash for Clunkers. Cash for Clunker cars that were brought in were to be chemically castrated, engines locked up, transmissions got poured in, parts couldn't be sold crushed. Joe Biden takes office, and now you see this meme, and yes, they are putting ethanol into the fuel that will damage all of your vehicles. For anybody that owns a 3.5 liter Nissan and you see oil leaks such as this one has right here. So if you start seeing oil leaking all over this area, it's probably your oil cooler seal. There's a seal back here you got to replace, and I've replaced it. I've actually done timing chains in this engine too, so we're in the process of putting it back together. Oil pan's on, timing covers bolted down, that filter is fixed. There you guys go. Oil leaks, big prone problem with these. Stupid little O-ring, I think it's like $6 or $7. Takes 10 minutes to change it. Have a good day. Alright guys, customer states I got a weird grinding noise from my brakes. Bro, there's no brake pad. That is caliper bracket on rotor. Customer states I put engine oil in my car and the engine's still locked up. I think you put it in the wrong hole. And then you have your third primary chain that goes crank to intake sprockets. Alright? There's a tensioner that sits here with a plastic nipple that rides on our piston. 99.99% of the time it fails and breaks, and the plunger that's on your tensioner no longer seats properly on the guide. That's the number one cause failure. Now, the main thing that I want to point out here, guys, that most people fail to understand are the gallery gaskets on these engines. All right, so remember, these are variable valve timed intake cam based engines. So what happens here is this is your oil pump with all the screws and stuff that you see I circled. That's your oil pump. Oil gets picked up from a pickup, which your oil filter is down here in this area, way down here, based on the engine. So oil gets... Redneck engine performance. Look what I found. AC's not working. I wonder why. I wonder actually what's bad up in there too. But this sensor is broken. And here's the other piece right here. Broken, muddy, corroded. 2013 Chevy Sonic. I think we found why it's not working. Time to hardwire. Just opened up a lot of room to get this out. Gears off. Yeah, we're gonna move this into there too. Sorry I'm winded. This thing was not easy to move. This video is for anybody who owns a 2006 to 2009 Honda Civic. If you see the yellow wrench light and you see the flashing negative 235 miles on my phone right now, what that means is that this car is 236 miles overdue for an oil change. The more you know. I just learned something new about this car. Pretty cool. Change your oils. So guys, here's our update. I know I haven't been keeping up on my channel lately, been very busy. But Big Blue's got her engine in. Today what we're gonna be doing here is I'm taking off the power steering plug, we're replacing that. This bracket's coming off, it's gonna get painted. But she's getting there. The auto cable's hooked up, most of the wires are hooked up. Just gotta do coolant hoses, the brackets, the belt drive system, and you name it. But we're getting there. Should be fired up this week. Well, Austin, it's all about ready to go for hood and come to you. This is how you know it's brown certified, guys. AC compressor only comes out with no radiator. There's your condenser. There's your radiator. Not fun.
Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drive myself to something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone.
You know, I don't understand why I never did this, but here's your front end making noise. Whatever the issue is actually there. Let me figure out what it is. That sounds like a tie rod.
Listen, it's not that old people are bad drivers, or that young people are bad drivers, or that women are bad drivers, or that men are bad drivers. It's that the U.S. has a policy saying, hey, before you're 18, you need weeks worth of driver's ed training and hours worth of practice on the road to be a safe driver, knowing the rules of the road. But once you're 18, Fuck all of that. Just go down to the DMV and just say, hey, I need to take a license test, and we'll test you on 10 things, and if you don't screw up those 10 things, you get a license. You get a license for...
Reason I started all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot. Will I make it out? No problem at all. All I got left to do is sit here and drink. Another lonely night down at the bar.
Well, guys, welcome to more of this crazy life I live. Yeah. Well, that's your brakes.
The rebuild begins, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Hey, bro, this is how badass this tool is. Every time I scan a car, all the codes are here. Just check this out. Battery low voltage. The first code's triggered because of that. You got tire pressure sensors. Bad, by the way. We're gonna go to all modules. ABS. Obviously, low battery voltage. Low battery voltage. Both of these, low battery voltage. I think that's it. Yeah.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Thinking orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donald Glover. This call from my mother. Like, where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin.
Many places set you up while you're working. On a school bus, apparently.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top notch hoes, get the most, not the little. Straight terror, what I got your errors. Pushing country, baby, got that body you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I bump it, project better. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got it count. Silly on silent with the product, then the pill alarm. That's how you make the money.
we go, guys. We're over here in the dumbass garage. We call ourselves the dumbass mechanics because, you know, I'm doing a clutch on a 924 Porsche. Why did I accept to do this? I knew there was a torque tube in here. I knew it. Yeah. Well, being a 924S, this stupid freaking car is gonna take 8 hours to get apart and back together. Or probably longer, because the car's 40 years old and who knows how many bolts are rusted permanently in place. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10 on how shitty of a job this is full on fucking 20. Okay? 20 out of 10. Makes no sense. Neither does this fucking car. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest thing I've ever discovered. So, my customer called me, said his engine didn't run. Well, I found out what caused this issue. Somebody replaced the AC compressor over here, and it's not right. It sits too far forward. So what ended up happening was half the serpentine belt got caught behind the crank pulley. And as you can see, the carnage here. So what happened was the serpentine belt cut into the timing cover and then blew the timing belt apart. So more videos of the...
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container, pour it in your car, and you can ride around.
This is going to be out there to help anybody, because there's really nothing on this Jeep online, really, for how-tos on how to change the rear subframe out. This is a 2010 Jeep Patriot 4-wheel drive. Actually, this thing was pretty easy. First thing you want to do, well, YouTube, we're officially fixed the frame. There's our new piece. Cross member for tow hooks and strength. It used to be this over here, guys. That's what it used to look like. Where is it? Huh. Interesting. Must have got thrown away. Oh, this is what it used to be, guys. It's part of it. The whole other side is rotted off. So, we're done. Time to put it back together after all this time.
Going a little bit slower on the right, no big deal. But here ahead of us, we've got a Jeep and, I don't know, maybe another Jeep, a red Jeep and a blue Jeep. What makes no sense about this already is the person in the left lane is going the slowest in clogging that. If you all don't realize it, slower traffic is supposed to keep right. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get over to the right. I've got a person merging. And what we've got is a scenario that makes no sense. They're already clogging the lanes. I've got some people that want to merge. This person's a little slower, so we can merge no problem. And I'm just chilling out here in the right lane. But what's happened, because that Jeep clogging the left lane up there, this person in front of me in this Dodge, he wanted to go faster and then follows in line in the middle and cuts over. And already I've just gotten the highway and there's just weird lane discipline. The guy in the red Jeep up ahead, he did go a little bit faster and he got over, so that's nice.
Today on Redneck Engine Performance, we get to tickle camshafts. Jokes. Alright, so this is a 2.4 Ecotech that somebody started to do a timing chain on and never finished. Not to take the cams out and polish them because this thing was left open to the atmosphere. But little bit of pitting. That really is just surface. It's not really that rough, and I can scrape it off. I don't have a lot of faith in this cam. Maybe some scotch bar. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, Ethan, don't do that again. All right, Manny. So right here, shit, if it'll focus. You see how right there's that goofy ass kink in this wire? I think that's our problem, because if you look inside there, the insulation cup also is cracked. So you're gonna need to repin this thing, and I bet you have enough little extra slack in this wire where you can splice it here, repin it, get a new pin. I can help you figure that out, and then you can just reground this wire to your ECM, because that is your problem.
I don't know what happened, but something exploded.
This video is for anybody who has decided to do timing chains on their 2.5 liter Nissan engines between 2002 and I believe 08. If you put it back together and you notice you lost oil pressure, it's because you're missing that O-ring. This right here is a hard piece of plastic, okay? And your oil pump on this engine is right here. This is your oil pump, okay? Oil comes here, comes up, pressurizes, come out this hole. This seal needs to be right there. And you have another one too, right here. Remember, you'll lose oil pressure if that's not there, because oil will just spray right into the case, not go anywhere else in the engine. And that's your oil pressure sender unit, aka pressure gauge. So, fun facts. Don't lose this. See that massive gouge right there? This is no good. Some debris got caught in there and it grinded the hell. There's a nasty groove in here. And that's 1, 2, third bearing on the head. And you can't just replace this cam because it's casted. The bearing caps are actually just cast aluminum with a coating. So this damage is in the cam cap too, which is a part of the head, and you would have to replace the head to fix that. There's no maintenancing this. This is you guys need a new engine. I can put it together, but it's not gonna last forever. It'll probably blow up pretty quick. So let me know what you guys want to do. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to do this. Alright, well, I gotta set the phone down. Get ready to hear this. That's your shaking. It's gonna be... Oh, let me get the light on. Alright, so this is your outer tie rod in right here. Your inner is right here. The shaft that goes into your rack and steering rack over here. There's a ball joint up in here for when your suspension goes up and down, so this can flex. Well, it's bad in here, and this whole wheel is moving in and out. The other side's not doing it, it's this side. So when we could do the alignment, we need to do this, and your shaking will stop, I promise. And we bought this, so let me call some shops. Okay guys, today on Redneck Engine Performance, we moved all these cars around because here's the infamous flipped Honda Civic. Time to pull the engine and transmission out of this car and send it to the car crusher. Stay tuned. Today, this driveline will be right here. And here is the picture of this Honda on its roof. Yep. 25 mile an hour. Somehow ended on the roof. Well, today on Redneck Engine Performance, probably going to be a very delayed few day video that I upload this. I'm sick and tired. I got like a million videos to edit. But there's the engine transmission combo out of the car. And there's a buddy's car. And there's Beetle. But, yep, getting stuff done in here. Yep, all this going to the scrapyard. We cut the windshield out to just yank the engine and cut it out. This car is totaled, so no sense in caring. But Redneck Engine Performance, guys. Alright guys, today on Jury-Rigged Bullcrap, we have a 2008 Honda to replace a 2007 Honda that my buddy flipped not too long ago. So this thing, today, what we're doing is we're watching paint dry. So exciting. Yep, no jury-rigged engines today. This is jury-rigged body work. See? Yeah. So, yep, looks good. Looks good. Had a little tiny rust hole into this corner of this rocker, and it's fixed up. So,
Eat your heart out, kiddos.
yeah, this is like the most exciting thing ever. You know, you can feel the excitement in my voice. You know, watching paint dry. Literally. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me waste your time. You have a good day. Stay humble. Screw body work. And today, guys, they wouldn't take the car without the cat. So the junkyard gets the cat. Oh well. But to the crusher she goes. And then as soon as this is gone, this is coming in for a timing chain. Yeah. Fuck this car. Today on the Redneck Engine Performance, we have ourselves a Honda 1.5 liter that was from a car that flipped upside down. Just wanted to point some stuff out here. This is how you know 150,000 miles people who own this engine have taken care of it. No sludge. It's clean. Clean engine. Yeah. I thought we were gonna maybe rebuild this fucker because it's out of the car. So next thing I'm gonna do is we'll get down in here after I get the transmission off and get this hooker set back up on my, once again, another engine stand. And check the oil pan, check the bearings and stuff. If everything looks copacetic, we'll do a fucking refresh. Here's another update of today. This transmission, we're gonna go through it. It's got about 140,000 miles on it. Hopefully, quick refresh, maybe some new valve, or solenoids, yada yada yada. This thing, I don't know what we're gonna do with it really. I know it runs. It ran before I took it out the car, so I'm gonna pull the oil pan and check the bearings. But somebody's kept it really well under oil in this bad girl, so I'm quite happy to see this. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. So, guys, let's see what surprises await us in this oil pan. I have good hopes, but this is only one way to tell. Gotta come out. So, stay tuned. Let's see what happens in here. Well, guys, got some good news. That's a happy 150,000 mile rod bearing. You can see little materials worn, very little. That's nothing. But for shits and gigs, I'm gonna get a set of bearings and throw rod bearings in here because this engine ran upside down. That's like this. It was upside down because the car was upside down and it ran like this, so no oil was going to the crank. But for the 30 seconds it ran with no oil, Sure as fuck didn't hurt none. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap some rod bearings in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a gasket, reseal, head gasket, everything, top, new seals. I mean, she old. It's time to reseal her up. We had a bit of an oil leak right around here at the VTEC solenoid, it looked like. So, just gonna go through and reseal all these stupid schmillicone covers. But for the most part, this engine is in really good shape. Today, on Redneck Engine Performance. So, I was doing videos earlier today, breaking down this engine to see if I could find anything that would make me want to rebuild it. Well, let's see what I found here. So, this is our oil control ring. It's pretty hard to tell. This thing is carved up really bad. You can see it. You know, oil wasn't flowing right through this piston. Let's see what we found. Yeah, there's pretty good wear on this side. Not as bad on this side. So this is our thrust side. This is where most of the pressure is. If my phone will focus. Yeah. So, rebuild. Yay. All the mechanics' craziest nightmares. Here's a 2017 Versa. Door hinge is rocking. Yep. Here's a Honda Odyssey. Customer brought the car up and said that it just started making noise. Yeah. Okay. Now we have my infamous 10mm socket. We all know what happens to these things. To this day, I can't find it again. Customer called me and said his engine locked up. Come to find out, he put engine oil in the transmission. Definitely put that one in the wrong hole, baby. Yep. Brand new rebuilt trans and engine destroyed. And here's my booty inside of a 1968 C10 pretending to be an LS. You guys have a good one. Like, subscribe. Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about a 2013 Chevy Sonic. This right here is the ambient air temperature sensor harness plugs. So this plug here is a part of your main harness. This plug here is a part of the wiring harness that has this plug, and then it goes about a 2.5 foot wire to another plug that goes into your sensor. So upon figuring out why this AC wasn't working, look what I find. This thing has been abused. Look, you can see road scuffing. Like that is clearly signs this wire was dragging on the ground and was crushed, possibly during a parking stop, reverse scrapey-dapey. So this is why the temperature sensor was not working. So rewiring it, but there you go.
Reason I started all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot. Will I make it out? No problem enough.
Anybody who owns a late 60s, early 70s 350 or Chevy, or basically any Chevy small block and Fords, you need to watch out for this. It's all original. First person to open this engine up, because look, so got James' original stamp plastic timing gear. Wiped out the fucking valves. So there you go. In all my life being a mechanic, I've never seen anything like this before. Look at the presentation of these brake pads. Import direct. Looks like we're getting Lamborghini stuff. feel fancy today. For a freaking Honda.
Alright, go, it's recorded.
Cam down last one.
Why did the child cross the road? Why? Because he didn't wear a seatbelt.
Fucking hell.
That is so...
Always wear your seatbelt, kids. See, we can make that a positive message. As I get older, I remember all the people I lost along the way. I'm a tour guide.
What do cannibals call a pregnant woman?
What?
A Kinder Surprise.
That's so fucked. It's a 2-for-1.
Pretty much. Why do Asian kids don't believe in Santa?
Why?
Because they make the toys.
That's so true, though. It seems you can get anything for free these days.
Yeah?
The other day, I saw a sign that said "Free Palestine." Oh, fuck. How do you get the neighborhood kids to stay off your lawn? Oh. Register as a sex offender. Fucking, I mean, it is effective.
Why is it so hard to break up with a Japanese girlfriend? You have to drop the bomb twice before you get...
I'm not attached to anything, but, you know, that? Oh no. That's really bad. That is 10 times worse than what it was, but this cross member here is your steering. The box isn't broke, but if you look here, that's my steering box head right there. Shit. This is so much worse than it was last week. We've been driving this thing. Oh no. It really fucking came apart. That wasn't like that. We tried to hold it there, but it did nothing apparently. And nothing ever happened here. We tried to weld something just to keep it on the road temporarily, but nope. Alright guys, well, an expensive ass phone. 1968 C10, baby. We about to pull the engine and transmission out, cause 3-speed, no way. Bare bones 350, nah. 383's going there. Yeah. Somebody show me a nicer truck. 68, man. Still looking like she did. Welcome back to Jury-Rigged Engines again. Porsche update. Got the exhaust out. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Every single freaking exhaust manifold bolt broke for the flange. And for some reason, it didn't want to let go of the exhaust either. So no bolts, and it just kept hanging on. And after about an hour of shaking the entire exhaust and then heating it with a torch and then banging it around and using a jack and a pry bar and all this shit, it finally broke free. Now we got the bell housing and torque tube, and then we're at the clutch. This was... Every single bolt is on this car has been a pain in the butt to get out, but we're getting closer. Stay tuned. Final update. Rear end's on the ground, completely out of the car. There it is, the infamous torque tube. And then here's why we're replacing this. You can see very slightly this is twisted and it wobbles. See our cone here? It's walking around. It's not a perfect plane. So this is no good. Bearings are making noise too. Replace. Today on Redneck Engine Performance, we get to look at this sexy full big block. Here's our oil cooler, or oil filter. Okay, it's gonna be mounted way back there, right in that little hole. Oil changes, but Starting to look like an engine again. Did a first crank over. Everything seems to be good. No noises were heard, so fire ups to come, baby.
Straight up, nigga.
You want your shit fixed?
Go to who?
You want your shit right?
Okay.
Go to Chris motherfucker.
Okay. Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy at his finest.
Listen at this shit. Car been sitting for over a year.
What you telling him?
Torn apart. The
Okay.
car wasn't even in one piece. It wasn't even a fucking car. It was
Wasn't a car. It was a puzzle. Now what's that?
I ain't even hit the gas.
You hear it?
Drink a lot of coolant too.
Yes, sir.
Please take my picture now. Shake it till you see it. And bring your fantasies. Become your legacy. Promise me a place. Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now. Shake it till you see it. And bring your fantasies. Become your legacy. Promise me a place. To memories.
Owns a VQ35DE engine with Nissan. I want to point out some certain things that is lacking on information on these engines. We have several issues that fail on these engines. Number one is, well, most of them are right here in this area. So number one will be our timing chain, right? So what most people don't know is that there's 3 chains in this engine. All right, you see 2 between our cams here and 1 on the side. If we look over here, all right, so, and then you have your 3rd primary chain that goes crank to intake sprockets. All right, there's a tensioner that sits here with a plastic nipple that rides on our piston. 99.99% of the time it fails and breaks, and the plunger that's on your piston tensioner. Well, here's the Chevy 57350 with the timing chain sprocket failure that was still nylon. Looks like we have some serious issues with cylinders 1 and 2 exhaust rocker arms. Either I determined already it's 2 bent exhaust push rods, and it isn't valve damage, so we're gonna end up cleaning this thing up, slapping a new timing chain sprocket in there. Chain's still good, and we're gonna put new push rods throughout the whole engine and start it up and see what happens. Stay tuned.
Tripping up my foot on gas, never stop competing. If we break like glass, then this life's gonna need 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing of the pigs in the past. Move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah.
This engine, I don't know how bad it is, but let's double check something right here while I have recording. Old spark plugs. That's white and crusty. That's a lean. That white crusty means we have a lean mixture, too much fuel, or no, too much air, not enough fuel. White. All right, so now we're seeing a lean condition. Oh no, that's
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic, hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container. Come on. Pour it in your car and you can ride around. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic. Bitch, I can fix any car on the planet. All of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic. Bitch, I can fix any car on the planet. All of them. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. Hit me up. Your car won't start, it's your alternator. Matter of fact, it just might be your radiator. Hold on. Or you can put some water in a little container. Pour it in your car and you can ride around.
Today on Brown's Engines. Engines in the truck. Impossible to do without a backhoe. Backhoe carried the engine here, cherry picker did the rest of the work. Finally, the C30 will live again.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Alright guys, this story here is of a 90s Mustang. Customer called me and said that he put an Eddie Bauer intake off of an Explorer on his car, and then the car ran and stalled out. He thought it was a starter, replaced the factory starter with a high torque starter, and I show up, okay? And this clean ass Mustang, man, oh, I was so sad when I saw this. So the guy routed the throttle body spacer coolant line to a vacuum hose. He hydro-locked the freaking 302 and bent rod number 4. Look at this. The rod was bent and twisted. It was smacking off the counterweight, and the rod was smacking off the cylinder wall. Piston skirt counterweight. It was, yeah. All right, Larry, I'm making this for you. This wire hangs, don't worry about it. This blue wire right here, this is for a fuel valve. To start this thing yourself, you take this wire, jam it in your hot. You take my orange jumper wire, you touch the hot. Turbo to Odyssey, baby.